We are in an island just outside Trat in Thailand, and we're going to what was one of the most incredible resorts you can imagine. We are talking about in the middle of the jungle. Here, right in the middle of the jungle, is the most beautiful resort. It is totally derelict. Except, of course, there are many beautiful elephants. Many beautiful places in what is a hugely beautiful place, but totally derelict. You've got to understand, when this place was operating, hundreds, thousands, tens of thousands of people would come from all over the world to come to this high class, top of the range resort with some of the elephants with the biggest penises you've ever seen. It is mind-blowingly OTT. I cannot explain to you how you feel when you are here. The last time I was here, this place was being totally maintained. Now, there seems to be no one. As I walk down, I can see in front of me a huge cruise liner. Remembering that when I was last here, on the left and on the right of both sides of this road, it was absolutely beautiful. We're here, we're now going to the reception, the restaurant, the long beach, and of course, the cruise liner. Man-made, for people to enjoy, and now for nature to take back. As you walk along here, you get an eerie feeling, I've got to say now. And just look at this beautiful boat. When you're down on the ground here, you can really get the perspective between the boat and the jungle. Remembering that when this boat was brought here, it was through great celebration. It was a magnitude of huge magnitude to be able to achieve this. Now, even to walk up to this boat, you're taking your health into your own hands, as everything below is completely rotten. I will go no further, as I can see there is a padlock on the door. You don't take a chance when you are in a country like Thailand. The last time I was here, this was the reception, and I drove my car around here and I came into this reception, and it was fantastic. Clean, beautiful, with beautiful people. Now, there is literally no one. The grand piano, as I remember it being played, is no longer being played by anyone. The roof is collapsing, and outside everything you see is derelict. The swimming pools, the hallways, it's absolutely eerie. I cannot explain to you how eerie this feels. I remember walking up this staircase. Now it is rotten. Everything below me is creaking, but it's full. But the smell and the wrench is of dampness. The old fridges, computers, televisions, everything is here, but it's derelict. Just look. Only a few years ago, this was the place to come, the place to be. Seven stories high. The galaxy. These were high-class holiday apartments for families. I wonder whether the elephants are still where they are when I left a few years gone past. And yes, they're still here. And now we're going to walk along the beach. But just look at this boat, just look at it. Every room is furnished. It's TVs, chandeliers. You cannot understand how mind-blowing this is. Yes, you can take a drone and you can see this, but there's nothing like actually walking the roads of this beautiful place. Here, one of the little temples, but everything is still here because people don't steal. Believe it or not, this is made of bronze and it's beautiful, but of course you can't steal. And this jungle is thick, literally, for miles upon miles. Well, I'm going to go down now to the posh area where you could grab yourself a really beautiful apartment. Now, do remember that this place hasn't been affected by the pandemic in the same way as it was already prior to the pandemic. 95% unused and falling to pieces. It's only the pandemic that has entirely killed it. As I walk back in time and I remember how this was beyond beauty when I came here last time. The place behind me, the cruise liner, was sweet, nice, you could walk up to it, but not like this. This was a place to be as one with nature and to know that you get up the next morning and the groundsmen have cleared all of the debris from the night before and everything was stunningly beautiful. Absolutely stunningly beautiful. This, as you can imagine, is somebody's dream. I'm going to try to walk through the undergrowth and just show you closer one of these little dwellings. This one is number 6. Totally derelict. As we walk inside, double beds, tiled floor. The television still in place, the lights, the air conditioning. But unless you're here, you can't actually understand the smell. Your bath, the toilet and the sink, and the wrench. The smell in here is so intense. 25, 30 years ago, this was a luxury resort. As I walk along the once thriving beach here, it actually is a lot cleaner when I remember. Beautiful corals. And as I walk along, you start to get more, should I say, human debris. The ghost ship there, looking out into the ocean. Monkeys climbing all over. Just look at that human debris. I'll go up towards the plants here on the side. And just look at what we've littered onto this beautiful planet. Miles of beach and sea. But as you look into the sea, you can see cans, bottles, tyres, waiting to be part of the debris of this beach and across beaches across our planet. It would take an army of men to clear just this beach alone. Men and women working day and night just to clear this one beach. And there are millions upon millions of beaches across the world. Here, one of the swimming pools. Just look. Reception. And then we go on down through to some of the boats in the lagoons. This was once a beautiful place. And here, boat after boat after boat. Bars, restaurants, places. Beautiful. And here we come through one of the walkways. Derelict. Derelict. And a beautiful lagoon. Totally derelict. Just look at that beautiful place, completely rotten. This place needs huge foreign investment to get back onto its feet. The satellite dishes that once sent signal to the outside world are now derelict. More and more and more boats, totally and absolutely, completely derelict. Lagoons after lagoons, all man-made. And you can hear around you birds, animals. The paths that hundreds, if not thousands or tens of thousands of people have walked. Fire extinguishers still waiting. And the jungle and the forest with the monkeys above. And here we are, another lagoon. Beautiful fish swimming in the lagoons below. Up to one of the man-made islands. The elephants. And another beautiful property. But, alas, you cannot get in, as everything has collapsed. As we leave the resort and we come across to some of the areas where the staff, again, were living, the buildings are still there. And I remember this place had some of the cruise boats in which to use for the guests. And believe it or not, they're still there, just in a different condition than what they were a few years back. Just literally boats sitting in the garage. And if these a few years ago were in immaculate condition, you can take out one of these speedboats and go out into the ocean. And then things got difficult. And they just literally parked them up here, one after another. Trailers and the boats just waiting for the next time when this speedboat can be taken out into the ocean. Sea Eagle. These are in a really, really good condition. And they're just here, one after another after another. On the site there is probably 20 or 30 of them. But the roofs have fallen off and everything here is falling to nature and the apocalypse of the human species.